Please don't disturb any of my patients. You're in the Rivet City Clinic. He's totally strung out. It's going to kill him one of these days. Oh, I'd like to help. I really would. But I don't know the first thing about this place's history. Don't let my age fool you. I may have been around for a while, but I didn't spend all that time here. Take care of yourself.
Please excuse me. There is much work. I help Dr. Lee when she needs equipment.
Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's son, aren't you? What are you doing here? You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke of me. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same. You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there. Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already. Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you. It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone. I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died, and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know? Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could. Yes, well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough. Okay. I could tell you all about the science lab, but even though I was here near the start, I can't really help with the details of how it all worked out. It all seems like a lifetime ago. I'm afraid I've had a lot of things on my mind since those early days. Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know? It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated. Okay. Good luck.
Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Yes. But Dr. Lee,
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake, the technology of that android...
Hey. What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake. Vagaries and secrecy. A robot's a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for. Shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
Hey there.
If you're so smart...
I'm Janice Kaplinsky, Chief Botanist. What do you need? If it hasn't got to do with the science quarters, I'm probably not the one to ask. And Dr. Lee's so busy, you really shouldn't disturb her work.
Maybe you could help us, But no, that never even crossed your mind.
Oh, come on, pay more
peddling
attention to what you're
yourself somewhere
doing.
else.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself. Yeah? Bye.
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire? To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property. How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. You see, in the Commonwealth, we've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off. Nonsense! This is a machine we're talking about. Can you enslave a generator or a water purifier? Of course not. The same principle applies. But let's get back to your mission. You are to find this missing android. I've tracked him to somewhere here in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it. Of course! I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends. You're as
Lay a hand on Dr. Zimmer and I'll snap your neck like a chicken bone.
Welcome to the Cap. Quite an impressive collection, isn't it? Well, don't be shy. Have a look around. Abraham Washington's the name. Curator of this little slice of American history. Ah, a fellow scholar, I see. Each of the documents in this room tells a small but important story about the history of the United States of America. Unfortunately, the greatest prize of all is missing from the collection. In 1776, the Second Judgmental Congress got together and adopted a document drafted by none other than Thomas Jefferson himself. It was the day the United States of America earned its name and secured its place in history. This magnificent achievement took form in the Declaration of Independence. Oh, would you? It would mean so much to me and the Society's collection here. Excellent! You won't regret it, I promise you. Imagine, you are taking part in another chapter of American history. I envy you. You can find the Declaration of Independence in the ruins of the National Archives. In the D.C. ruins, you'll find the National Archives, or what's left of it anyway. The building should contain the document in a protective glass case. Be careful. The place is swarming with super mutants. Here, let me pinpoint its location for you. It's funny now that you ask. I can tell you all about the Capitol, but I really haven't got any idea about Rivet City itself. I can't see how important it is compared to the Capitol's history, but maybe Bannon might know something. He's in the governing council, after all.
Hey there. Everything looks okay here. That's secure for a reason.
Hey, stranger. Want to buy a girl a drink?
Yes?
What are you looking at?
What
What'll you have?
Have a seat anywhere. Someone will be with you in a minute.
Yes? Hey!
Good to see you. Evening.
This area is off limits to civilians. Sir, yes, sir. Private Jones reporting. Sir, this slag heap is guarding the armory, sir.
The Mirelurks have been quiet lately. Yes, sir?
Hey there.
If you have any questions about the exhibits, please let me know.
Yes?
Oh, come on. Pay more attention to what you're doing.
Hello.
Hello? They call me sister. Don't ask. Smart move. What did you want? Do I look like someone who cares? So do I.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you again.
Some people are in such a hurry. You need me? For what? Other than him being an egotistical, arrogant, condescending pain in the ass? Nothing. He's from the Commonwealth. He's come looking for some special robot. I must admit I'm rather curious, but I have other work to do.
Everything looks okay here.
Yes?
You don't belong here. You, get out of here.
Have a seat anywhere. Someone will be with you in a minute.
Morning.
Welcome to Potomac Attire. I am Bannon, proprietor and city council member. I carry discriminating attire for discriminating customers. Straight to the... Pleasure doing business with you. Why, I practically set this whole place up. When I got here 12 years ago, it was just a handful of dead-enders squatting in a rusted-out rowboat. Now I'm on the council, and with my leadership, we're the strongest settlement in the wastes. Of course, a few of those dead-enders still stick around, but who'd want to leave? Well, yes, but it was hardly any place of importance until I arrived on the scene. That's all ancient history now. No one would ever care about it. If you insist on wasting your time on that, you could try that bartending old crone down below, Belle Bonnie.
Hey there.
Morning.
Hey.
Welcome to the Weatherly.
I really hope you're not thinking of breaking into there.
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any? I'm on duty. Make it quick. Oh, really? If someone took your...
Hello.
Hello.
I am Father... She is the patron saint of lost children, very popular among the faithful of Rivet City. I'm surprised you've never heard of her. If you want to hear her story, it will be the topic of my sermon on Sunday. Services begin at 8 a.m. You should come. Yes, I know.
Good to see you.
Hey.
I'm done,
I
Mom.
need a drink.
I'm going to play with CJ.
I'll be right with you.
Everything looks okay here.
Welcome to the Weatherly Hotel.
Morning. I really hope you're not thinking of breaking into there.
Stay chill, dude.
Good to see you.
What'll you have? You're a new one. I'm Belle Bonnie of the Muddy Rudder. Make it quick. History? What, not enough shit around here already? You need to dig up more? Don't know if it ever had an official start. It's just been here forever. Stuck in the river and full of assholes. Huh. Why, that lying son of a bitch. He wasn't even born when I got here. Want to know this tub's history? Only person who really knows it is Pinkerton. And most think he's dead or gone. He's holed up in the other half of the ship, and he don't like visitors. He'll set you straight. Go talk to Vera if you want gossip. Morning.
Good to see you.
Hey.
Hey there. I'm on duty. Make it quick. Depends. Chief Harkness is in charge of security. Chief Harkness meets with Dr. Lee and Bannon to discuss security. It's a waste of a good Monday morning.
Don't tell me your problems. That's enough fresh air for one day.
I'm sure she'll just scrub herself from the lower deck. I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey there.
I do the repairs around here, so if you see something that needs fixing, let me know.
story of Saint Monica. She was born in Great Lanta, on the shores of the ocean. Her parents were both ghouls. Yes, that's right. I said ghouls. That she was conceived at all was a miracle. That she was born unafflicted was an even greater miracle. God tested Saint Monica. She did not lead an easy life. Sold into slavery by raiders, she was forced to sell her body. They took her only son, Aaron, from her and sold him. She prayed every night to God for his safety. She did not pray for herself, although her burden was great. Each night, she would preach the word of God to the slavers. After 16 years, God provided a miracle. One of the slavers repented his wicked ways and helped her to escape. 4 years she looked for Aaron. 4 years she wandered the wasteland. God looked over her in those years. When she found her son, she found he was a wicked man. Aaron had overthrown his masters and taken their place. He was an owner of men. Aaron took his mother to be his slave, even knowing who she was. For Aaron blamed her for his painful early life. Each day, Aaron would think of a new and wicked trial to put her through. She would only smile at him and say, "I forgive you." Each morning, she would be miraculously healed, as if nothing had happened. When Aaron truly realized her love and God's love was boundless, he flung himself at her feet and begged for Saint Monica's forgiveness. Aaron released all of his slaves, and they rejoiced. He repented all his wicked ways. Who among us is without sin? Who among us can claim to be innocent? Come, brothers
One of the
and
new
sisters,
immigrants died of
let us
radiation
pray to
poisoning
God
last
and
week.
Saint Monica
Yeah,
for
I heard she
deliverance
was
from
drinking
our
river water.
sins, as Aaron was
Ship's water
delivered
isn't
from
much
his.
better. We don't get fresh water
Amen.
soon. We'll all end
Let
up
us
like
pray.
her.
Hey,
Yes?